Pawnmate finds the best move, blocking the check with the rook. And we are underway. We have e4 played, and I know with beyond a shadow of a doubt that c6 is coming. Phoenix playing the most exquisite opening in the game of chess, the Caro-Kann. Now Phoenix needs to probably move his bishop up eventually here. Well done from Chess Dungeon. And let's get that eval bar on the screen. And what are we going to get in this match? This is going to be an absolute slurry. So we have f4 played by white. Phoenix now takes the pawn back, and black has a slight advantage. This is why the Caro-Kann is so good. Phoenix, I need you to make me proud. I need the Caro-Kann to win this game. I'm sorry, Chess Dungeon, but when I see the Caro-Kann, I am a professional glazer. I will glaze Caro-Kann day in, day out, time or day, whatever the time may be. I will always glaze. But ladies and gentlemen, do not scratch your eyes for 1 second, because this game can change in a mere matter of seconds. We have bishop to g3 played by Chess Dungeon. And by the way, Chess Dungeon is sticking to his strategy, not using any time on any of his moves. Very, very interesting. And by the way, Phoenix cannot take this because the knight is covering. And now the queen slides down, and Phoenix has another advantage. A critical mistake. Knight d4 is what the engine is calling for. Knight d4 here. Oh, but he takes the knight. I honestly don't mind it. Okay, so now you can't go here. Because after the knight takes, the bishop cannot take that, because then the queen would be hanging. You cannot do that, Phoenix. Oh, no. And Phoenix blunders the bishop! Oh, my God! A crippling blow to Phoenix! It is devastating! Devastating! And now the rook is sliding down. Chess Dungeon is looking to double the rooks up. Can Phoenix pull off a miracle? It is all Chess Dungeon. He is up a clean bishop. A clean bishop! And he has used no time. How does this one play out? The rook now strikes on d7. Rooks on the 7th rank are very powerful because it cuts off a lot of oxygen from all the pieces, including the king. The queen now has to slide up. Phoenix needs to take a little bit of time here. And when you are down material, you need to try and keep pieces on the board as much as you possibly can. Anything is possible. Chess Dungeon needs to still play very principled chess, but there is anything can happen in spots like this. So you need to remain cool, calm, and collected. And Phoenix should be using some time here. He needs to play very, very accurate chess. I honestly wonder if this would have been a better move, because then the queen was covering. Oh no, the knight would have just taken. All right, so now the rook slides over to attack the queen. Now the queen has to slide down. And now I'm thinking do you pin? No, he pushes the pawn. Okay, that's a good move. H6 is what the engine is calling for. Top engine move. H6 or knight g7. Knight ge7. Right here. The top engine moves. Here or here. Will we get one of those? Instead he moves the knight. That's the third top engine move, by the way. Okay, so now the knight moves forward. Oh my goodness. And Kitty is still crashing out. Kitty, stop crashing out. Hey, come here. Bro, if you really want to watch this chess game, come here. You want to watch the chess game? And he takes the rook! Phoenix is completely and utterly on the ropes right now. Oh, goodness. Kitty is pissed. Kitty is my cat. Okay, so now a piece falls off the board, and Phoenix is looking like he is going to lose this one. Barring a catastrophic blunder from Chet. Oh my gosh, it is now mate in 2. And Chess Dungeon, in his first ever full strive chess tournament, advances to the final round. All right, and we are watching from White's perspective, and we are underway. Let's get that eval bar on screen. We have e4 played. Pawnmate responds with the Sicilian defense. Now he pushes the pawn to d6. We have K responding with d4. Very, very structured play. And now the bishop is going to fianchetto, and you got to be careful because this bishop is now going to be x-raying this entire position. You have to be wary of that. K does a good job getting the bishop out to defend the knight. Now the knight develops, and now black is probably going to castle here. Well done by black. Now Kitty slides the queen up. Oh my god, it is a mistake early, but pawnmate does miss it. This is the Sicilian Defense Open Dragon variation, by the way. Might I remind you, too, this is a 3-minute blitz game with 2 seconds of added bonus time. The winner of this match will move on to face off against Chess Dungeon in the final match. What are we going to see here? And Katie with a strike down the H-file, sending the H4 pawn forward. And she continues to push and provide pressure. And pawn mate! Does Katie find it? Does Katie find it? The move here is G4. The only move to keep the pressure is G4. I am going to have a heart attack. I am literally getting so anxious. Push the pawn, Katie! If Katie sacks the rook, I'm also going to go absolutely berserk. Oh, but Katie castles, and the position is now even again. I honestly don't blame her. Play it safe. Play it safe. I honestly don't blame you in the slat. Oh my! But can Katie play here? Here, King has to go back, but the knight still covers this checkmate. So, although it will be very, very claustrophobic for Katie. Katie will have to keep in mind, though, that the queen will be coming down here. Pawnmate does have a lot of pressure that could be brewing. And pawnmate is also up a pawn as it stands, by the way. Fitting for his name, pawnmate. Supra, by the way, I'm going to be doing your reviews after the giveaway, so if you are going to stay up, please stay around. So what does Katie do here now? Bro, I keep hearing Katie crashing out in my ear. And if y'all aren't in the tournament, please stay tuned as well. We are going to be doing that $20 giveaway here. All right. And Katie pushes the pawn. That's a good move. And so pawnmate immediately responds. Pawnmate, by the way, has used absolutely no time. He has more time than he started with. He is very, very well versed in the Sicilian defense, it would appear. If the pawn takes here, check here, mate. There's no way. Pawnmate's not going to take the pawn. He's smarter than that. He's not going to take the pawn. Good job by pawnmate, sliding the rook over. Well done, well done, well done. And Katie takes the pawn. And the advantage is now with pawnmate. Because the knight can take. I wonder if you can move the rook over. Rook, no, that's not even a top engine move. It says F4 for top engine move. F4 top engine move. Bishop C4 or King B1. Katie slides the queen over. I don't hate that. I think that move's fine. It makes sense. Also attacking this pawn here. So pawnmate will have to be careful here. Because this game could turn on its head in the mere blink of an eye. Pawnmate doing a phenomenal job, by the way, now of ensuring that he understands the position and taking his time. I love this from pawnmate. And it is a catastrophic blunder from pawnmate. And the position is now even. But Katie blunders right back in. The position is now lost. According to the eval bar, Katie is losing. But it is not quite clear as to why. There is an array of tactics. Knight f4 is said to be the best move. Knight f4, you could also play f5, pushing the pawn forward. And now Katie has the advantage. Oh no, Katie needs to play bishop c4 and she finds it. A crippling move to the position. For pawnmate. Pawnmate needs to play d5, king f8, or king g7. King f8 works too, but that's a little worse. But you blundered the rook. Can Katie find it? The rook is hanging. The rook is hanging. Katie has 50 seconds on her clock. And Katie sacks the rook. I am at a complete loss of words. I have no idea what is happening in this position. This is going to be a dramatic finish. Do not leave for 1 mere second. This game is going to get hot fast. Katie now has 30 seconds on her clock. Katie needs to start moving a little bit faster. Now, if the king slides here, if the queen checks, you cannot go here because it would be mate here eventually. And Kate... And Katie's going to take the queen! And the king's going to be checked! But no, wait. Pawnmate finds the best move, blocking the check with the rook. Can Pawn Man say this? Katie has 16 seconds on her clock and plus 6.4 advantage on the eval bar. Can Katie pull off a miracle of sorts? King slides up, best move on the board, get the knight over there. Well done. If the bishop comes down, you push the pawn to block because the queen is covering. And Katie, after a devastating blunder from pawnmate, delivers checkmate on move 31. An unbelievable clash between these two. And Katie will be moving on to the final match of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. And we are underway for the final match of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. We have Katie playing with the black pieces. We have Chess Dungeon playing with the white pieces. And let's go ahead and start dropping our match predictions right now. Who is going to win this one? Let's get that eval bar on the screen. And what are we going to get in this one? We have Katie striking at the center with d5. This is a clash of titans. Katie, a very respected player in the Full Strive Chess Tournament format in the Full Strive Discord, and Chess Dungeon, a new participating member in the Discord, and they are moving so fast, moving with precision. It is a deadlock position. Both players are very familiar with this spot. Who is going to win this one? And do not scratch your eyes for a single mere second. Anything can happen. It is deadlocked, but pieces could get blundered. Pawns could get thrown. Pawns could mate. Shout out pawn mate. But how is this going to go? So now Chess Dungeon slides the queen up to e2. And how does Katie defend this pawn now? I'm thinking Katie needs to move her knight here. I think that's how you defend that. Move the knight here, block this pawn. This bishop can't get in here ever. The bishop also can't get down here because the bishop is covering this diagonal. Oh my god, and Katie strikes. Blundering a pawn. And Chess Dungeon has an early lead on move 12. Can he find the correct calibration of moves? I believe queen... Oh, it says rookie. It said rookie 1. Rookie 1? Okay, so pawnmate takes the pawn. Oh, wait a second. I think Katie was up the pawn there. LOL. We're gonna pretend like that didn't just happen. Anyways, check is delivered. Now the rook slides over to e1. Chat. What do we got right now? What do we got right now? Is Katie gonna pull off the comeback here? Katie is currently down 1.6 on the eval bar as it stands. Good move from... Oh, apparently the chess.com didn't like that. Now the bishop jumps in, attacking the queen. Ooh, and now the queen's gonna have to move. It says queen c8. Best move on the board. Well done, Katie. How do we get this? Chess Dungeon taking a little bit of a think here. And by the way, this opening was called the Indian Game Black Knights Tango. Because I guess they're tangoing. That's a very fun name for a chess opening. Very fascinating, I must say. But how... Okay, so Katie now slides the knight back. Oh, and it looks like Katie's trying to get the knight here. That makes sense. Ooh, and now the queen slides back. A slight inaccuracy there from Chess Dungeon because this pawn is still covered, so this pawn is not hanging, and it's also covered by the rook there. So now I'm thinking Katie needs to move the knight to f7. Knight f7 is the top engine move. Can Katie find it? Katie is down about 40 seconds on the clock compared to Chess Dungeon as it stands. And Connor McChicken has arrived to the chat. Welcome, Connor McChicken. And Katie takes... Oh my god. And now Chess Dungeon is winning. Completely and utterly winning. As it currently stands, you cannot move this knight because anytime you move this knight, you move the knight here, this knight's going to strike. This knight's going to strike and there's going to be pressure. The pressure will be mounting. Oh, but apparently that was a good move. LOL. Full Strive is really good at chess, by the way. Okay, so now it's saying, ooh, and slides down. Oh my god, it is a blunder! The game is now deadlocked. And Katie finds the best move, which is rook e8. Chess Dungeon now slides the rook over, and Katie's clock continues to dwindle. Oh, and that's not good because the rook can take now, and now the bishop has to take. The bishop or the knight has to take. You probably take with the bishop here because you don't want that pawn. You don't want this pawn to keep pushing. You cannot take with the queen. Good job, take it with the bishop. Well done by Katie. The pressure is mounting. Can Katie pull off the tournament victory? Chess Dungeon is having a very, very, very aggressive attack. But Katie is doing a very solid job of staving off the attack as it stands. The pawn push is not a favored move by chess.com because after the bishop takes, and now you will have isolated pawns. Although white does also have isolated pawns. So, okay, so it's completely and utterly dead even in material. White, as it stands, has a slight positional advantage according to 3,000 million ELO Stockfish. Chess Dungeon now slides the king up to g2. Queen slides over to g5, and apparently that is crippling. Due to rook e6. But he doesn't find it. Still a good move, though. Sliding the knight in. And Katie now slides the queen up. And now the queen is under fire. You cannot move your... Oh, wait, you can, because the knight still covers the fork. I was thinking there was a fork there due to the knight getting there. Oh, man. How does this one end? Katie's clock continues to dwindle. She is at 35 seconds as it stands. Might I remind you, this is you get 2 seconds of bonus time every time you make a move. Katie has to be precise. And Queen D1 was the minute-winning move there, but Chess Dungeon does take the pawn there. Now the knight jumps forward, and Katie is looking to create a threat of any sort. There is the threat of an ice skater here. An ice skater is where you checkmate the king when it's stuck behind its 2 pawns, although the rook is still covering this, so this is not a current threat to be had. Chess Dungeon now slides the rook down, and Katie is now down to 20 seconds. She is in the red. Katie has to start playing faster. 15 seconds on her clock. She pushes at the pawn. I honestly don't hate that move, but the chess.com says it's a really bad move, but I honestly don't blame her. 14 seconds on her clock. Katie has to start moving faster. And as she continues to move, the position continues to get worse and worse. Katie needs to find something, and something fast, or this game will be over. Queen slides up. The knight comes in, and the queen is trapped. The queen has no squares. There's no squares for the queen. The queen has to take the rook. Only move, take the rook. That's the only thing where you don't lose everything. Completely and utterly everything. Katie does take the rook, but she has 3 seconds on her clock. There's no time to think. There's no time. You have to move. The queen is striking. Check is brewing. Check delivered. Check. Collecting the pawn. Check delivered with the rook. Katie with 8 seconds. How does this end? The king slides down. It's mate 4 now for white. Check. King up. Check. Oh, but Katie misses it. Now it's mate 8. If Chess Dungeon can find the best moves. Check. Check. Bring the knight back. Rook slides over. Queen slides over. Mate in 2. And you got a mate 1. Missing mate in 1. Check. Pawn push. What is happening? And the rook is blundered. And now it is mate in 1. And on move 55, in his first ever full stripe chess tournament, Chess Dungeon wins everything. The $10 cash prize will be going to Chess Dungeon. Congratulations on a well-fought match. GG's to Chess Dungeon, the winner of our full stripe chess tournament. All you goons in the chat right now, tell Katie GG's right now. I want everybody to tell Katie GG's right now. Katie, you fought very valiantly, but Chess Dungeon is a worthy opponent.